congratulations on purchasing one of the best sedans available on the market right now, the 2018 Honda Accord from us here at Terrell Honda.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I'm very excited.
Good. Yeah, we got it all cleaned up for you. It's ready to go, and I'm sure you are too. After being in that finance office for what seemed like an hour, I'm pretty sure you're ready to drive off, ain't you?
Yes.
Well, there's a couple things I want to go over with you first before we do that. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Yeah, the first thing is going to be this here personalized settings worksheet.
Okay.
So, this is going to help us customize the vehicle for your needs and wants, so you can drive off knowing that the vehicle is set up to be just how you like it.
Okay.
The second thing is kind of unconventional, and I don't usually do it, but since the Accord has been completely redesigned for 2018, there's a lot of features in there that people don't know about. And I want you to be confident when somebody asks you, what am I driving? The best sedan in North America.
Right.
Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Alrighty. Well, first thing I want to tell you is what the literal definition of Accord is. An Accord is an agreement between two separate parties. And that is exactly what the 2018 Honda Accord is. It's an agreement. It's a promise to you that we will continue to redefine the sedan and ensure 100% customer satisfaction from you and all of our other customers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for 41 years and 9 generations, the Accord has set the standard for the sedan market. And we've done it again. The 2018 Honda Accord. It has been completely redesigned from the ground up, and as I'm sure you've already looked at the outside quite a bit, it's quite different and quite striking. Now, the way we were able to achieve that is our lead exterior designer, Tetsuya Morikawa's goal when designing this vehicle was to make a brand new sedan without following current sedan standards. And he did just that. By building this vehicle in the natural sunlight of Los Angeles, California, he was able to capture the spirit of the Accord and try to bring it to our customers. So that is why you can see its striking body style that you know will be an eye catcher anywhere you go.
Yes, it's timeless.
Yes. So even though it's been completely redesigned, there are a lot of things in the Accord that still will be familiar to both past Accord owners and past Honda owners in general. First thing I want to show you here is where you can find one of your most convenient tools. Your tire and your jack are both located right there. And we have a funnel here. So what this is used for is in case you ever have to pump gas without using a standard gas station, like say a gas tank or something like that, always make sure to insert this beforehand. This is used to prevent anyone siphoning your gas off of you or any errors happening. So if you don't use this, it'll get stuck in there, so make sure you use this every time, okay? Now, the next thing I want to go over with you is the interior of the vehicle. One of the nicest things about this is the remote start feature. Now, of course, this is common in most cars nowadays, but the way Honda does it is you can actually remote start this vehicle via your phone using our Honda Link app. Now, I'll go over the app a little bit more in detail later on. But I just wanted to mention it to you. So, before we go inside, there's one thing I want you to keep in mind throughout this whole little demonstration. Our lead interior designer's goal, our lead interior designer, Yosuke Shimizu's vision when designing the interior of this vehicle was to make it feel like a concert hall. So every time you get inside of it, you feel the anticipation that only a concert hall would give. And every time you start driving it, it feels just like a live performance. But enough of me talking about that. Why don't you hop on inside? Alrighty. Now, this key, you can place it anywhere, and it'll remember both your driving position and your temperature controls depending on which key you use. So, I'm just going to pop it down right here. You can go ahead and put your foot on the brake and start the engine. Right. So, being the fact that this is designed after a concert hall, you'd expect to have a pretty good entertainment system, right?
Yes.
Well, with this 8-inch high-definition display and 10-speaker, 450-watt and subwoofer system, it's going to feel like you're listening to an opera every time you get in this vehicle.
Nice.
There have been a boatload of entertainment features that have been added to the car, as well as a lot of convenience features. One of the biggest things we've added that we haven't seen in any other vehicle is this NFC receiver right here. What that stands for is near field communication. If you have a compatible phone, all you have to do is turn on your NFC transmitter, and when you tap it to this little icon here, you can actually pair it immediately to the vehicle without having to go through your Bluetooth and all that. And you can send images to the 8-inch high definition display here. So, very easy to use, very convenient. To further your entertainment experience, we also offer Wi-Fi. That's actually right there. That AT&T hotspot there, you get a 3-month trial of it since you have a touring, and it allows you to get the best speed available no matter where you're at. So, a couple other things I want to go over with you. One of the biggest things we've changed is comfort. So, the biggest thing that the Accord does differently is we do a lot of things that no sedan does currently. One of those things is rear heated seating and front ventilated seating.
Nice.
That's something that's usually reserved for very high luxury brands such as Mercedes or Audi, but you have to pay 30 grand less in order to get those features in here. Another really cool feature that I kind of want to show you is the heads up display. So if you look to your very left over there, you're going to see a little button that says HUD.
Yes.
So when you tap that, it's going to allow you to turn it on and off. And if you tap the little arrows there, it's going to allow you to move it up and down.
Oh, nice.
And that's going to give you further driver information in order to keep you safe, secure, and comfortable on the road. Further adding to the comfort, we've also added a 12-way adjustable power seat with lumbar support. And as I said before, it'll remember your position seating based off your key. And I'm sure your husband is either bigger or smaller than you, right? So when he gets in, it's kind of annoying to adjust the seat all the time, right? So now every time you just get in, it'll adjust it accordingly.
Nice.
Yeah. So remember how I talked about the sound system earlier? Well, the sound system wouldn't really serve any purpose if you couldn't hear the music you're playing, right?
Right.
That's why we've introduced a complete sound dampening system on the Accord. This is one of the quietest vehicles on the market. We have a full acoustic windshield up here and sound dampening receiver up at the top.
Oh, nice.
What that does is it detects a certain frequency of road noise and it mirrors and masks it in order to almost completely eliminate it. That's why this is one of the quietest vehicles on the market right now.
Nice.
So, very comfortable and very convenient to use. Now, one of the last things I'd like to talk to you about is our Honda Link. I mentioned that to you earlier. That's this button right here. Basically what it allows you to do, and I'll go over it with you later on the personalized settings worksheet. It allows you to download this app and pair the vehicle to your phone, giving you full accessibility of most of the vehicle's feature through a handheld device. That's pretty crazy, ain't it?
That is.
Now, I know you said you have a couple of kids, right? Getting right around that driving age, around 16, right? This is one of the best cars to learn on. The reason for that is you actually have a speed barrier and a geo barrier you can set up. What those two things are is you can set a perimeter around around your location, and if the vehicle goes outside of that perimeter, it'll actually notify you on your phone, and if it goes over a certain speed, it'll also notify you. So, very useful to have in case you decide to go joyriding, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, it does a whole boatload of other features. You can remote start the vehicle, set the climate controls for the remote start. Generally, the vehicle will detect exterior temperature, and it'll adjust it accordingly by either heating it to max or cooling it to max. But you can change it via the Honda Link app.
Okay.
So, another thing you can do is you can also find the vehicle's destination. One of my coworkers in there about 2 weeks ago, he was at this huge theater plaza that had a ginormous parking lot. He came out of the theater 2 hours later, spent about 30 minutes looking for his car. And then I showed him that you can actually find your vehicle using your phone, and if he had an Accord, it wouldn't have been a problem. All you'd have to do is boot it up and find it using our grid positioning system.
Oh, nice.
So I know you work a pretty busy job, right? You know, you got a lot of stuff that you got to handle, and sometimes it can be a pretty high workload, right?
Yes.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a personal assistant?
It would.
Well, that's why you got this button here. So for the fact that you purchased a Touring, you actually get a 3-month trial of our Honda Link Concierge package. What that does is it allows you to press this button or use your phone, and it'll contact a live Honda agent 24/7 in order to fill your needs. They can schedule reservations, appointments, tell you where the vehicle is, tell you the status of the vehicle, all that good stuff with a full list of the services available on the Honda website.
Oh, nice.
So that's most of the things that make the Accord pretty unique, and as you can tell, it's quite a lot of stuff, ain't it?
Yes.
So I hope that this has been a pretty accurate demonstration for you, and I hope it gave you a little bit more knowledge and confidence in your vehicle.
It did. It's just a wonderful car.
Okay, well, next thing I'd like to do is go over this personalized settings worksheet with you, and we can get on the road, okay?
Okay.